it a buyer's market? Is it a seller's market? Is the market going to crash? Whatever the case may be, here are 3 advertising warnings for real estate agents in the 2023 market. I'm Amanda Fezzolani, co-founder of Design for Agents, and on this channel, we help real estate professionals close more deals by mastering your marketing, branding, advertising, and production strategies. Now, in this video, we're going to break down each of the 3 warnings that we have regarding advertising and how you should navigate them, right? So let's just dive right into it. I want to get into the meat and bones of number 1, which is advertising is going to get more expensive in 2023. And I know that might seem like a sort of like given, every year Zillow Premier Agent has raised their prices, Realtor.com, Facebook ads have been getting more expensive every year, just like inflation, just like anything else that we pay for on a regular basis, including our realtor dues and all of that jazz. But the reason that this year in particular, advertising is going to get more expensive is that buyers are having hesitation, sellers are reconsidering listing, and depending on what's going on in your market, you might be experiencing a buyer's market, you might be experiencing still a seller's market, right? It all depends on the market that you're in, and what's going on over there with the pricing and trends and things like that. On a national basis, the general consensus is that things feel uncertain, right? Interest rates are high. Buyers are unsure if they want to buy right now or if they should wait. What should they do? They're looking for guidance. And another thing is that sellers are, if they sell their home, they probably would like to buy. So they are having the same thoughts as the buyers. If I sell right now, okay, I'm going to get more money than I would have if I possibly wait, but then I have to buy. I've got these high interest rates and all of that stuff. So that is going to lead to having to pay a little more for advertising because there might not be as many leads, right? And again, this is on a case-by-case basis depending on your market. But what does this mean, right? What does this actually mean? Because I don't want to leave you hanging and say, well, advertising is going to get more expensive, and then, that's it. What this means is that you should still advertise. It does not mean that you shouldn't advertise or that you shouldn't have an advertising budget. What it means is that you might want to be a little more strategic, right? And so let's get a little more granular, right? Because I feel like, oftentimes the word strategy is thrown around when it comes to advertising, and it kind of leaves you like, okay, what exactly is the strategy? Can I get a step-by-step, play-by-play? And so here it is. What you want to make sure that you're doing is paying close attention to the data, right? You want to make comparisons between your advertising now, this time of year, and your advertising last year, and how that was looking cost per lead wise, right? You want to make sure that you are secure on the mathematics of how many leads you need and where exactly they are coming from, right? This is going to play an important part in you making better decisions about where to put your advertising dollars, because you may find yourself in a position this year where you need to switch things up, right? And then another thing that's going to play a part and should be part of your strategy when it comes to advertising this year, especially with the ads prices possibly going up, is that you want to pay special attention to your offer, right? In the past, sharing a property photo or video and saying want to learn more about this property, click here, and then they fill out a form, right? Very simple advertising structure. That may have brought in a lot of leads, and you might find that this year it's costing you more per lead for that type of ad, and maybe you want to put a step forward and create a lead magnet that is like buyer's guide to 2023 and high interest rates, right? Or like another lead magnet that's like, I'm coming up with these ideas off the top of the head. What buyers should know but agents won't tell you about the 2023 market, right? And you actually put some really good nuggets of value inside of that lead magnet that is going to help a buyer really get a better understanding of what's going on in this market, right? Because as of right now, consumers, sellers, buyers, renters, they are being bombarded with almost like scare tactics in the media, where every day they're hearing the hot keywords like foreclosure and high interest rates and affordability and rising markets and all of these different things, and they don't really know what those things mean. Not everybody is going through and reading every article, checking the source, and that's where you come in, where you can strategically position yourself as the local expert and as a guiding light during this confusing time for people, right? So that's warning number one. Warning number two is that as things change in 2023, it's not the 2020 or 2021 market where I heard a broker say this once: if you breathe, you can sell a house. Really mean, but kind of accurate for that time. And that's not the case right now anymore. Maybe it's a little bit still hot in certain markets, but nowhere near what it was in 2021 with like 100 people outside of your open house line on any given Saturday, right? Like, overpriced property, no problem. We'll bring you 70 plus over asking offers. You pick your winner, right? That's not the case anymore. So with that being said, agents are exiting the industry, right? Whether they were newly licensed at that time, or they were experienced and they just made a killing at that time and they're retiring, or they just got licensed at the back end of it and they're kind of having a hard time. They don't really know where to go, what to do, so they're piecing out, right? They have bills to pay, they're piecing out. So as agents exit the industry, this is a big marketing opportunity. This is a big marketing opportunity. One of the biggest things that we get feedback wise, or I guess like worry wise, from our community at Designed for Agents is agents worrying about, how do I stand out in a saturated market? How do I position myself as like the agent to trust in my market? And that's going to be easier now as people leave, right? Not as many real estate agents and brokers are going to be in the industry as there were in 2021, right? So you want to keep that in mind, right? Teams might start to downsize as things change and get more difficult, tricky, right? And again, I'm not saying in this video that the market's going to crash and you should be scared and things like that. I want you to look at this as an opportunity for abundance, right? This is a time for you to shine, because where those agents disappear, you can have a position in their place of becoming the go-to person in someone's life for real estate advice. Now, number three, as far as advertising warnings, is that I know you don't want to hear it. I know that you don't want to hear it, or maybe you're one of the ones who's actually already doing it, in which case, bravo. But vertical video content is king. It is king. And you should be using it for your ads. You should be using it for your ads. Your advertising should not solely consist of square property images or, the regular size photo images that we post on MLS. And that's basically what your ads are. You should be running ads with vertical video content. You should be putting organic marketing content out there that is vertical video. It's unavoidable now. You must do it, especially if you want to succeed. If you want to have a lower cost per lead, a lower cost per CPM, all of those things, you want to make sure that you're staying with the times, right? So that sums up the 3 advertising warnings I have for you in 2023 as a real estate professional. Now, we're going to be covering more about advertising on this channel. So if you enjoyed this video, if you want to learn more strategies, get step-by-steps, just watch tutorials, be able to execute on your advertising strategies, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit the share button. We are going to be putting out a ton of content this year and we cannot wait. And if you enjoyed this, you are definitely going to love Marketing Mondays. It is a free newsletter that we send out every Monday morning to your inbox. You can read it in probably 5 to 10 minutes max. Great with your morning cup of coffee or tea. And we cover marketing, branding, production, and advertising strategies that are bite-sized and actionable in your real estate business. So be sure to sign up for that. It's in the link in the description below. Let me know if you have any questions about the things that I covered in this video by commenting on the video, and we'll reply.